You want to come to this game, you're gonna pay top dollar.
It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Minnesota. It's the Cards and the Vikings, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57. We are underway now in the NFC Championship, taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Bringing this crew out is someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's when it don't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brissett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That was the first third-down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third-down throws.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Rolling to his right. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Watson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamal Chase from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Set to throw on first. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Brissett. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing, Brissett. And that is caught on the right side, but out of bounds as a line drive. Too far, it's second down.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll throw again. Brissett finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks. Kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it away. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. These defensive coaches, they sure like what they get in this rookie quarter. And with good reason, as you saw there.
Day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought. Now a hit and a loose football. Inside the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then tumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They're here for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A first down throw for Brissett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Brissett. This complete to Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Brissett. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tim Patrick, a 22-yard touchdown. And the Cards have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll run with Hunt on. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one is incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. He'll get it inside the 20. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Denver Broncos matching up against the LA Chargers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he returns this to the 22. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, they'll run with White. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And in that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the... Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to it quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Watson going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Gardner took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. We're set now. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 short of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
We're set on first down. It returns it right back to Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They run straight ahead, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll run forward with Pollard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage. Charles, he elected to try to pass it outside the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. A dump down to McKinnon. He's got room past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pick out there, 22.
A lot of times the key is just get him to go and do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A carry here for Hunt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
So the touchdown there on that play, the tag pass. So simple, Charles, on the face of it. What makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it lines up 6 points.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken at the goal line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd and 10, Brissett. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Pitts loses him. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson gets it to Burks, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Watson to throw. Over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
They'll have to be careful how they handle this. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, it's been about as evenly matched an NFC championship as I can remember. But in the end, barring something crazy, it looks like the field goal here is going to decide this ball game.
And there's no way that we could have asked for a better game to be a part of. And if this holds up, that kick is going to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.